Hello ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the glare. I'm going to try and show you how to do some derivatives on your calculator. And we're going to look at this example on the first page. I'm going to go to y equals. We're going to put in 1 divided by x to the 4th. Okay? That's my original function on g of x on the side of my calculator there. Now, how do you find the derivative of that function at a specific point? In other words, at -1. You're going to hit Math, and look at number 8. It says n-deriv. Now, if you have one of the newer calculators, this is what it looks like. Okay? Now, you need the derivative with respect to x. So that first box, you're going to put in an x. Now, the next box, you're actually going to put in the function. Now, there's two ways to do that. One way is to actually type in the function. Okay? So you're going to put 1 divided by x to the 4th. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tell it, hey, I want to find the derivative at -1. Okay? Hit enter. Now, it does say 4.00002. Now, if you see that many zeros, that's just a rounding error. Ignore the numbers at the end if there are that many zeros or that many nines. Round it off. Now, here's another way I could have done that. I could have hit Math, number 8. I'm going to do this with respect to x. Now remember, I put my equation in y1. If you hit alpha and the trace key, you get y1 there. That's where my function is stored. And again, I'm going to plug in -1. Hit enter. And it comes out to be 4. So that's how you can find a numerical derivative on your calculator screen. Here's another way to do it. Okay, you can go to y equals, make sure you got that function plugged in there and graph it. Here comes the graph of my function. Now, this time what I want you to do is I want you to hit second and the trace key. This is the calculate menu. Now, do you see anything in there that resembles the derivative notations we've talked about? Number 6. Hit number 6. Now, where am I trying to find the derivative? I'm trying to find the derivative at -1. So enter x equals -1. Hit enter. And look at that. It says dy dx is 4.00002. It literally tells you the value of your derivative. Now, remember, we found the equation of the tangent line too. So if I go back to y equals, and if I were to solve that for y, it would be 4 times x plus 1. And then that -1, I would just add that to the other side to solve for y. Now watch what this graph looks like. Tell me if it looks like a tangent line at -1, 1. Look at that. In that general area, it just hits at 1 point. Okay? So you've seen how we would do derivatives on the main screen. You saw how we can do derivatives, okay, on your graph. Now, one other thing you may want to do, and I'm going to choose a different equation here. Let's do x to the 3rd. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the derivative of x to the 3rd? It's 3x squared. Now, here's the great thing you can do. Even if you didn't know what the derivative was, you could graph the derivative. Watch how I do this. Math, number 8. You're going to take the derivative with respect to x, and where's your function? It's in y1. So hit alpha, trace, and there's the y1. And instead of putting a number in for x, just put x equals x. And what that does, it's going to graph the derivative. Now I'm going to show you it actually graphs the correct derivative, 3x squared. So here comes the original function. This is x cubed. Here comes y sub 2. It's going to move a little slower, but it's going to graph the derivative of the original function, x cubed. Does that look like 3x squared? We're going to find out in a second because it's going to graph 3x squared right over the top of it in a different color. There it goes in the black. So it will actually graph the derivative for you. Even if you don't know what the function for the derivative is, you can graph the derivative. Okay? So hopefully these are a few things that will help you with this lesson.